My name is Nicolle Jones, and this is my husband, Anthony Jones, and we run a microchurch called Praise in the Park, and we service unhoused, drug addicts, people being trafficked, and just really anyone in need in the Burrell Park area, which is off in Nebraska, and MLK in Tampa.
Some challenges that we faced this year. This year's been especially difficult. We actually witnessed someone get murdered in the park, and it was very, very difficult, very traumatic. Thankfully, the children that were out there with us were very far away from it, so they were not greatly impacted. But we did a lot of praying, and we realized that God has us out there for a reason. And so, to the surprise of many of the people that we ministered to, we came back the very next week and we continued to do the things that God called us to do. And part of the message is God has called us to be out here to minister to you because he loves you and he wants a relationship with you. So that's the way we dealt with something that was very, very difficult this year.
When times get tough and I feel discouraged or not sure if I want to keep going, what keeps me going to Praise in the Park is knowing and being confident that it is where God has us right now. It's where he's called us to be. He gave us a vision for it, and he continues to use us. And without fail, every time I get to that point where I'm just like, I don't know, Lord, I'm tired, a park friend will share how grateful they are for our ministry. Someone that we haven't seen in years will come back and tell us that we prayed for them, we helped them in some way, and now they're doing a lot better. And I know that's God speaking through them, reminding us that we are there for a reason, even though we don't see in the moment sometimes the impact, that we can trust his word, that says his word will not return void. And so it's our job to plant the seeds, and we trust him with the increase.
Message I would want to give to other micro churches is comfort zone is really irrelevant. What God has gifted each of us to do, it transcends what we're comfortable doing. There's nothing comfortable about doing Praise in the Park, but knowing who God is and what he's called us to, we have to simply rely on him. And when I find I'm operating in my strengths and my comfort, I'm really minimizing God's impact in what's going on. So looking and trying to be truly obedient to what God's called me to do, regardless of how I feel about it or what I would have come up with, is really important. And I encourage other people to be open, because God will call you out into some deep water. And you don't have to be able to swim. You just have to trust in him that he will keep you afloat, that you will literally be able to walk on water because of who he is, and nothing to do with who we are, what we're capable of.
Today in particular, really just want to encourage everybody to know who you are in Christ and hold on to what he has said about you, and trust that the calling he has on your life is for you, and it's not to look like what he called someone else to do, because it can never be the same thing. It was never meant to or supposed to be.
So I would say for ministries and micro churches that are challenged with staying faithful, the strength has to come from Jesus. It has to come from a relationship with God, because if it's coming from within, or maybe it's because it's a popular or a convenient or a fun thing, if there's anything outside of relying solely on God, you're going to run out of strength.
If God's called you to it, he'll see you through it. He will provide, and we truly just need to stay connected to him. We don't know what it's going to look like, but we trust God with the outcome, and our job is to remain faithful and remain in him. And so doing that isn't easy, but he never promised us easy. But he did promise that he'll never leave us.